President Muhammadu Buhari officially commissioned the Mortar Lagos Rice Mill project on Monday, the 23rd of January 2023, at Ikorodu in Lagos. The Lagos Rice Mill in Mortar, which is one of the landmark projects of the Sanwo-Olu administration, is a 22-hectare big project, with the mill itself occupying 8.5 hectares. It is the largest mill in Africa and the third largest mill in the world. The rice mill has a capacity to produce 2.8 million of 50 kg bags of rice every year, while generating 1,500 direct jobs and about 254,000 indirect jobs. Present at the event were the special guest of honor, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the host, Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and his Ogun State counterpart, Dapo Abiodun. The Ayangbunre of Ikorodu land, Oba Kabiru Adewale Shotobi, and prominent traditional rulers from Ikorodu, Lagos East Senatorial District and parts of Ogun State. Lagos State APC Chairman Honorable Pastor Colin Osojelabi, Senator Ganiu Solomon, Senator Tokunbo Abiru, among many others. Highlights of the event include the official commissioning of the rice mill by President Muhammadu Buhari GCFR, the official unveiling of the Lagos Rice Pyramid and commemoration plaque, as well as a brief tour of the facility by President Muhammadu Buhari and his entourage.
We want to thank the local community of Mortar, Ikorodu. We want to thank all of you that have waited patiently. Mr. President is indeed excited that you have batted another first in Nigeria and in Sub-Saharan Africa. Thank you all very, very, very much. Thank you for staying and thank you for having me. Thank you.
Please keep up the opening, Mr. President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, accompanied by the Governor.
The ceremony was brought to an end afterwards. President Muhammadu Buhari was treated to a grand state banquet at the Convention Center of Eko Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos, on Monday, the 23rd of January 2023. The event, which attracted a very impressive attendance of key players in the social, political and economic sectors of the land, featured music, comedy and goodwill messages. Godwin Emefiele congratulated Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's impressive strides in governance, especially in infrastructural development.
At this crucial point in our national development, it is heartening to see tangible deliverables of national development with impactful infrastructure projects being launched by Lagos State Government. These attest to the core values of resilience, commerce, resourcefulness, industry, and entrepreneurship, which has always been the hallmark of Lagos as a state. I therefore stand here today to congratulate the Lagos State Government, the private sector, the financial institutions that have all worked together with the governor and the people of Lagos State, our civil society and traditional institutions whose collaboration have translated these aspirations to tangible reality. Evidently, these epochal and transformative infrastructure deliverables were a product of collective will. I therefore thank Mr. President immensely for providing inspiration, leading by example through his development agenda and matching his words with action by delivering tangible development events across Lagos State. In conclusion, I join the millions of proud Lagosians to echo these immortal and rallying words that says, ìtẹ̀síwájú Èkó, ìlú Èkó, ó jọ àjọṣe gbogbo wa ni o. Thank you very much.
The Minister of Transportation, Alhaji Muazu Jaji Sambo, also spoke about the economic benefits Lagos State government will derive from the huge investments that the Lagos Deep Sea Port in Lekki will attract from different parts of the world.
Reaching a project of the magnitude and impact of a deep sea port in a record time of 45 months shows the effectiveness of tenacious ministerial supervision, strict regulatory oversight, and strong presidential backing. The distinctive features of the Lekki Deep Sea Port, such as full automation, which positions it for quick cargo and vessel turnaround, will greatly enhance the competitiveness of Nigeria's exports, especially agro-allied products in the international marketplace, and position Nigeria to maximize the opportunities inherent in the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. Given the thousands of direct and indirect jobs that Lekki Deep Sea Port has generated from the commencement of construction to date, and the over 170,000 jobs it is set to create as operations commence, this project will go down as one of the major legacies of this administration.
The national chairman of the APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, was represented by Senator Iyola Omishere, APC General Secretary, while APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was represented by Senator Kashim Shettima, his vice presidential candidate, who both gave goodwill messages.
The party who wants to continue at all levels, thereby imploring Nigerians to vote APC in all elections come February and March this year. The APC as a party remains a party to faith. You are the CBN governor giving out the data and the strengths and differences in the past 8 years, comparable with 2015 results, these are based 2019 results. We salute our president for his attendance, his steadfastness, his unrepentant penchant to infrastructure in this country. We bless Nigeria, we bless Lagos State, and we wish all good evening and enjoy your stay. Thank you very much.
President Muhammadu Buhari commissioned the Immortal Rice Mill. This is the largest rice mill in Africa and the third largest in the world, producing 2.8 million bags of 50 kg rice per annum. But Lagos is the smallest state in Nigeria in terms of landmass, 3,577 square kilometers. But the beauty of the Lagos idea is that it provides an avenue for national cohesion, because the Immortal Rice Mill is a product of a venture between the government of Kebbi State and the government of Lagos. In the same vein, the ability to have alcoholic beverages imported from South Africa doesn't make one an expert in how to run a modern economy. I will urge you all to vote for the one that will sustain the legacies of President Muhammadu Buhari. For someone who has the integrity, who has the character, who has the skill set to catapult this nation to a higher pedestal. Thank you so much for listening, and may God bless us.
In his remarks, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State thanked President Muhammadu Buhari for the support he has given to his administration over the years, and particularly for the visit.
Mr. President, welcome to the Center of Excellence. We are delighted to host you for 2 days to commission landmark projects that have been delivered with the support of the federal government under your very able leadership. Thank you for honoring our invitation, just as you have over the years honored several requests for support. We are indeed very grateful. As I look around this room this evening, I cannot help but notice the many members of the organized private sector here. These are players in the banking and financial services, manufacturing, real estate, oil and gas, telecoms, digital economy, and others. To you all, I say a big thank you. Indeed, you are the backbone and engine room of the Lagos economy, the primary creator of the prosperity that turns the wheel of our society. Thank you for your worthy allies and partners on the journey of the Greater Lagos and consistently backing up your belief in Lagos with immense financial resources and support.
President Buhari described Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu as a very good ambassador of progressive politics, which the APC has propagated since assuming power in Nigeria at both sub-national and national level of the APC administration in Nigeria.
That our administration is one that will support and work with state governments to achieve our mutually held goal of laying a sustainable foundation for lasting progress and development in Nigeria. I am delighted that the alignment between Lagos State and the federal government since 2015 has more than delivered on the dividends of democracy for the good people of Lagos State. These projects being commissioned today would not have happened without close cooperation between the federal and Lagos State governments and the involvement of the private sector as well. Indeed, our commitment to unleashing the full potential of Nigeria's private sector should never be in doubt. Through various policies, legislation, and executive orders, we have worked very hard to facilitate private enterprise in Nigeria. The result of this can be seen in the many thriving businesses across Lagos State in manufacturing, oil and gas, creative industries, services, digital economy, and many more, creating tens of thousands of jobs and economic opportunities for Nigerians.
As part of his two-day working visit to Lagos, on Tuesday, the 24th of January 2023, President Muhammadu Buhari officially commissioned the newly constructed John Randall Center for Yoruba History and Culture, located at Oniko Roundabout, Lagos, as well as the Lagos Blue Line Rail Project in Marina, Lagos. The John Randall Center for Yoruba History and Culture is replete with important historic monuments and activities surrounding the Yoruba nation, dating back close to centuries. The iconic John Randall Center for Yoruba History and Culture, built originally in 1928 in honor of an important Lagosian, Dr. John Randall, is equipped with a swimming pool, a garden, and a recreational area for relaxation. The John Randall Center for Yoruba History and Culture was revamped and totally refurbished by the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, in tandem with modern-day tastes and looks. It is situated at Oniko area in the heart of Lagos. Highlights of the event include the official commissioning of the center, the unveiling of the commemoration plaque, and the guided tour around the facility. On the entourage of the President were the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Chief Sunday Dari, Director General, National Council for Arts and Culture, Otumba Olusegun Rushewe, the Ooni of Ife, Ooni Adeyeye Enito Ogunwusi Ojaja II, the Alara of Ilara Kingdom, His Royal Majesty, Oba Olufolarin Ogunsanwo, the Erelu of Lagos, Erelu Abiola Dosunmu, actress Joke Silver, among many others. The event also witnessed cultural dance performances by the standing troupe of the Lagos State Council for Arts and Culture. After the commissioning of the center, the president and his entourage proceeded to Marina, where he also commissioned the first phase of the Lagos Blue Line Rail project, a 27-kilometer rail route designed to run from Okokomaiko eastwards to Mile 2 and then proceed to Marina through Ijora. It is projected to transport 250,000 passengers daily. 5 stations have been completed, with 13 kilometers of the rail tracks laid in the first phase. 5 stations at Marina National Theatre to Orile Suru Alaba Mile 2, while Phase 2 will extend the line to 27 kilometers. The event was well attended by members of the State and Federal Executive Council. Notable among guests were the special guest of honor, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and his deputy, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. Oba Rilwan Akiolu of Lagos was represented by Lagos White Cap Chiefs, Chinese Ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Chiu Jiangchong, among many others. Speaking at the event, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, expressed delight at the presence of the President and gave a brief overview of the first phase of the people-oriented structure as well as its expected function.
It is to the credit of these worthy leaders, our Chinese partners, and many others like the Mata Ministry of Transportation, the House of Assembly, who work with them behind the scene that we are making history today. Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as I draw to a close, let me appreciate the Russians for bearing with us in the face of the inconveniences thrown up by the implementation of this project, which is a vivid tribute to the engineering and design capacity of its builder and the remarkable tenacity of our leader, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. No doubt, we are seeing the greater Lagos of our collective dream, and it is rising. On this note, Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this historic occasion. Welcome to Lagos, the center of excellence, the land of aquatic splendor, and citadel of innovative governance. Thank you for your attention.
In his goodwill message, the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Chiu Jiangchong, expressed delight for the opportunity to witness the occasion of the commissioning of the Blue Line Rail project, adding that he looks forward to witnessing a speed line project being commissioned in the state.
Blue Line is sustainable line. Why sustainable? Without the sustainable line of life, the better life. Everybody knows Lagos is rising. So I want to share with you, Lagos people and government not only survive, we are reviving, and also we will thrive. So this blue line really can play a pivotal role to realize our thriving life and a better life. The last, I want to share with you that the two countries' 5G GDP strategy, we believe that in the coming years, we can achieve the 5G political consonance, economic cooperation, military and security collaboration, international affairs coordination, and the last G is people-to-people communication. So I'm very happy to share with all the information. I thank you all for your patience. Thank you.
The Executive Governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, while addressing the gathering, appreciated President Muhammadu Buhari for coming to the state to commission the landmark projects.
Mr. President, let me thank you again. And so we're gathered here this morning to celebrate another history in the making, the official commissioning by your good self of the phase 1 of the Blue Line Lagos Rail Mass Transit. In this historic spirit of today, we will also be signing the contract for the construction of the second phase of this Blue Line. That is to confirm that we're committed to bring the entire stretch of the Blue Line to completion. Let me start by once again thanking Mr. President for honoring our invitation and for being with us since yesterday. We're indeed very delighted and happy with you, sir. We must boldly say that since 1999, Lagos State has not enjoyed the kind of support that we enjoyed since your administration came in 7.5 years ago. We know how many times you have had trips to Lagos, and on each of those occasions, we're indeed always very excited with all of your kind words and comments about our government.
The governor appreciated Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola for their visionary leadership and efforts to transform Lagos State into a mega city that will compete with other big cities across the globe.
Mr. President, we want to thank you. I also want to acknowledge, like I acknowledged yesterday, my predecessor, Babatunde Raji Fashola, who, like Mr. Deputy said, were both cabinet members with him when we also started this project, the Blue Line, and who is also Mr. Infrastructure, working under your able leadership in your cabinet as your Minister for Works and Infrastructure. We're indeed grateful for all of these great men that has mentioned, and the power line in Lagos, and they've delivered at different times. I want to thank all of our partners, especially Mr. CCCC, who are a contractor, who is here with his global president, and thank you for coming to Nigeria. This is your second time coming, and we're indeed happy that you can find time. The Chinese ambassador, thank you again for coming. Honorable ministers that have come to grace this occasion, thank you very much. We cannot thank ourselves, from the Right Honorable Speaker to members of the judiciary that are here. Our traditional rulers, we want to thank you. All of our partners, our financial partners from the finance industry, we want to thank you very, very much. To our teaming Lagosians, this project, this facility, this infrastructure is for you. It's about your life, it's about your family, it's about ensuring that Lagos can work for you. It's about believing that with Lagos government, leading with you, your life can indeed be better. The greater Lagos that we promise you, that will assure you is indeed rising. You can see it, you can feel it. It's not just a talk shop. This is a demonstration of purposeful governance of APC government, and there's a whole lot more that we have in store for you. That's why we said that with APC government, believe us, trust us, and we're on the right path.
The official signing of the next phase of the Blue Line project was carried out afterwards. A photo and video session also followed. President Muhammadu Buhari and his entourage then proceeded for a 15-minute test run ride of the Blue Line rail across the designated routes before departing for Dakar, Senegal. Biscom Communications congratulates the Lagos State government on the successful commissioning of the milestone projects.